Hello fellow Helldivers, Thornton here, and today we have a load of information that you guys probably haven't seen before unless you have really looked hard. And it covers everything from armor rarities, ship customization, arm wrestling challenges, and also some cut content that unfortunately won't be making it to the main game. We're going to go over all of that, but without further ado, strap in because we have a lot to go over. So first, before we begin, of course, we have to give credit to all of this information, and it comes from Iron Sights, who is one of the most valuable data miners for Helldivers 2. Make sure that the next time you guys see your democracy officer that you go ahead and give him some commendations so that he can be properly rewarded. But the first thing we're going to go over is it does look like there is going to be a form of ship customization coming into the game. Iron Sights actually said there are multiple ship customization options. Right now, it's probably only a dev thing, but it makes sense that eventually we'll be seeing it, especially with clans coming into the game. We'll go ahead and talk about that in a little bit. There's also some talk about armor customization, which may be a feature in the future, but as of right now, there was nothing talked about it well in the files. You can actually go ahead though and see right here that there is a ship customization texture, which allows for the concept of new stuff to come in, especially when that clan stuff drops, because it's been pretty much confirmed right now that there will be a station in orbit around your current planet where you'll be able to actually use certain stratagems like a nuke that will be coming in the future that will use clan stratagems. There wasn't too much more info Iron Sights could share about it, but it is pretty interesting. It has probably something to do with the tactical nuclear warhead, although at this point it could be scrapped. It was a stratagem that originally was designed to use super credits on. You spend credits and you launch a nuke. That's pretty interesting. We haven't seen a whole lot of pay to win stuff in this game, but it is PvE, so it isn't out of the realm of possibility. Luckily, there's no PvP component where pay to win would be very bad. Now, there's also some other interesting stuff with clans coming in, such as there seems to be a function for arm wrestling. This is going to be a little mini game. It's not too complicated. You just spam your button and you try to outdo the stamina on your opponent. I don't think it's going to be an absolute game changer for this game, but I do like the fact that Arrowhead is experimenting with little fun ways to just make the galaxy and the universe feel more alive and more of a sense of camaraderie with your teammates and more. Now, like I said, platoons and clans, this is something that everyone should pretty much be aware of because this stuff was made very public. It was leaked all over the internet at this point. And it basically is going to be a clan system very akin to what we see in other games. You'll be able to go ahead and orbit planets and use clan stratagems, as Iron Sights let us know. And hopefully when we get this is where the ship customization will actually come in. Now there is also some other interesting stuff that was talked about. As you can see from this image right here, there are a bunch of armor sets and they have purple, blue, and gold/orange around them, and then one that doesn't have any. This is because apparently armor rarities are very much a thing that we could be seeing coming into the game in the near future. There is even some content that Iron Sights pointed out where you would be able to purchase weapons with super credits as well, outside of the typical war bond situation. Once again, nothing has been confirmed as actually coming to the game yet. This is probably Arrowhead and Sony testing some things. It is interesting as you can find super credits in game, so it's not the most pay to get the items thing ever. You could just grind it out, which is a system a lot of other games do. I do kind of wonder if the melee weapons will actually come in with that as well. As you can see, Chipper right here in a comment pointed out, I don't think melee weapons will happen. Bayonets were stable the first game, and then Iron Sights actually went ahead and showed a texture for an upcoming melee weapon. There were sabers in the first game, and it would be pretty cool to see this actually in a sequel, so I do hope that this also makes it alongside with it, at least with the super credit weapon. What's really interesting though is that Iron Sights let us know the name of what appears to be Season 1, The Trial War. And as Schumann Super points out, it sounds like some Illuminate stuff, and I think he's absolutely right, as if you watched yesterday's video, it does appear that they are arriving probably within the next couple of weeks. But what's even crazier is everything we've been looking at could take a while to come into the game, because Iron Sights let us know that everything up to Season 3 is actually in the game files right now. So that could be melee, ship customization, clans, purchasing weapons with super credits, the armor rarities, and so much more. Could be a rollout over a long time. It'll be interesting. Apparently there's not going to be like a battle pass, but this would probably be where those armor rarities fit in. Let me know down below, what are your guys' thoughts on all this content coming in? What do you really hope makes it in? What would you be, unsurprised if it actually ends up getting cut? And how do you feel about some of the cut content that just didn't seem to make it in? Don't forget to check out this video and this video right here where I cover more news and information on Helldivers 2 and other video games. And until next time, everyone, thanks for stopping by and keep spreading democracy.